Well, welcome back into GCU Ice Hockey's YouTube page. My name is Seth Askelson alongside Jesse Vineyard. And Jesse, definitely not the second period that Coach Roy and the Lopes imagined. I mean, only 58 seconds in, they're down 2-0, and then another goal on top of that, and it's now 3-0. And I think you're starting to see the frustrations of the Lopes start to boil over a little bit.
Yeah, that was certainly ASU's period right from the start. Like you said, 1 minute in, getting that second goal, that seemed to really set the tone, and that really put GCU behind the eight ball in that period. And as you mentioned, that frustration did seem to start to set in a little bit. It settled down for after that goal, but for the most part, it was still ASU's period. They were still getting to the loose pucks. They were still getting the better rushes on net, and for GCU, they really just did not have much of an answer in that second period.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate because we saw flashes in that first period. I mean, even midway through that second period, we saw them kind of dominating the offensive zone a little bit. Probably had a 2, 3, 4 minute stretch there where they were moving the puck around and kind of getting themselves open. And ASU after that really took back control. But I think the biggest thing that I've noticed is just the speed of ASU. I mean, not only do they have the size, but they have that speed. They're winning races to pucks. And it's not necessarily races to pucks like in the corners in the sense of, you know, a shot goes wide into the corner, they're getting there first. I think GCU's winning their fair share of battles. It's just when that puck goes all the way down the ice and you've got two guys in a foot race, you know, the defenseman trying to get back and a forward chasing that puck, most of the time it's the ASU player who's the first one there.
Yeah, it's very rare when a team has the size that ASU has, but also the speed. And that's really showing, especially in the neutral zone. ASU is absolutely controlling the neutral zone by far in this game. And GCU just doesn't have an answer for that because, as you mentioned, any puck that goes down the ice, ASU is really the first one right there to get to the puck. GCU has to get to those loose pucks. They're still playing physical, but they're still getting in the box. And ASU, they're capitalizing on that. They're starting to get under GCU's skin, and they can't let ASU do that, or else it's going to be ASU's third period once again.
Yeah, and for GCU, I think right now it's about you got to take it one goal at a time, right? I mean, it's not baseball, it's not basketball where you can have one shot or one swing and you tie the game. I mean, you have to go one at a time. They're going to start 4-on-4, and the open ice you would think at least would favor ASU, but I don't know. I've seen when that ice is opened up a little bit, you know, 4-on-4, 3-on-3, GCU hasn't had a miserable time keeping up. They've played pretty well and they've gotten some chances themselves.
Yeah, I mean, especially on the power play, they were 0 for 2 in that second period, just 0 for 3 in that first period, but they're getting chances. And on one of the power play chances in the second period, they came close. Travis Burrell took a shot from the top of the line, hit the post. So they're getting chances. They're moving the puck around. They just need to keep throwing the puck on net. Get those dirty goals. Not every goal has to be clean. Just keep throwing the puck on net, and one goal will happen. Yeah,
and I know Danny doesn't like to make these excuses. I know the players in the locker room won't. Danny always says that, you know, it's about getting to that ACHA Division I level, and that's where they want to be. But I think if you're watching this game over on the ASU ACHA channel, I don't think this is indicative of what GCU is going to be, right? I don't think they're going to be outskated and kind of out-muscled. Not to say outskated, just they're not as fast as ASU. And I know they won't make those excuses in the locker room, but we're up here to make those excuses. And I don't think that this is what you're going to get out of the Lopes. I think you're going to see a Lopes team who is doing a pretty good job keeping up with ASU in tighter spaces. A team that's going to use their size and use that speed that they have to kind of hopefully take over the Division II Western ranks and make their way to nationals.
Yeah, I mean, this is, you can call it a baptism by fire, going right into one of the top teams in ACHA D1, but Coach Danny Roy, he wouldn't have it any other way. Like, as you mentioned, he wants his team to be D1 next season, or at least within the next couple of seasons, and what a way to get that experience by going right into one of the top teams in ACH D1. And yes, this is just the first game of the season. In fact, they've only had 3 full practices as a team leading up to this game. So they're not playing horrible. They could always be playing better at this point, but you know, you got to think the guys, they understand what they're up against now. And the third period, this is the last chance for them to stage a comeback in this game. And then if they don't get it tonight, there's always tomorrow as well. And you got to think GCU, they're going to be, they know what they're up against. They're going to be much better in the third period, and especially tomorrow night as well.
Yeah, well, that baptism by fire continues next weekend. As not only do they finish, obviously, the series, but then they got to play U of A D1 at home. So the fire isn't going away just yet, and GCU's got to figure it out. So my name is Seth Askelson, alongside Jesse Vineyard. We're going to take a quick break. Hopefully we'll be back with an interview from either a player or a coach on the GCU side. Welcome back to GCU Ice Hockey's YouTube channel. My name is Seth Askelson alongside Jesse Vineyard. And Jesse, exactly 2 minutes away again from the start of this third period. GCU down 3-0. What do they need to do differently to get themselves not only a goal in this game, but back into this game?
Play with a little bit more speed. They have to be able to push ASU off the puck very quickly, because once ASU gets the puck on their stick and they keep it on their stick, that's where their speed really starts to come in, and that's where they're really starting to control the game. So they have to get ASU off the puck quickly, but above all, they have to score first. GCU absolutely has to score the next goal. If ASU ends up scoring, especially quickly in the third period, that might be it for GCU. It has to be a quick start for the Lopes. If they allow ASU to get their rhythm going once again in the third period, and especially their speed, it's going to be another long period for the Lopes. Another quick start, get ASU off the puck, and score first in the third.
Yeah, and I think for GCU, there's been times I've seen it, especially on the defensive end, just guys not moving their feet quick enough. You know what I mean? Not necessarily standing still, but they just don't get started quick enough. And like you said, ASU's speed is going to beat them that way. So 55 seconds to go. Thank you for joining us again for the second period intermission report here on GCU Ice Hockey's YouTube channel. Don't forget, you can watch the game on ASU's ACHA D1 YouTube channel, then come right back after the game for the GCU post-game report. My name is Seth Askelson. Here we have Jesse Vineyard here, signing off for the third period.